Hey there, adventurers. In today's adventure, we're going to be rope dropping Animal Kingdom, where we're going to be checking out all sorts of rides, and I'm going to be showing you how you can have the best morning here. So with that being said, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. Now, if you know nothing about rope drop at Animal Kingdom, this is actually a technique where you arrive at the park early, and as soon as park opens, you head over to the most popular attraction, whether that is Kilimanjaro Safari, Expedition Everest, Dinosaur, or even Flight of Passage. Now, when it comes to rope dropping, you will actually want to arrive 30 minutes to an hour before the park officially opens. With early entry, you're going to have to be here 30-60 minutes before the park officially opens. And with that strategy, I think it is actually different. Now you see, this morning, I'm actually going to test out a strategy that I think might work better. Because last time, we actually went on Navi River Journey, Dinosaur, Kilimanjaro Safari, and Expedition Everest on a spring break day. And I think for today, I wanted to actually see if we could do Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, and Kilimanjaro Safari. I feel like Flight of Passage, unless you do early entry, should probably be saved for later, because with that attraction, everyone's going to go to it, and everyone's also going to go to Night Journey. So instead, how about we head over to Kilimanjaro Safari, especially to see some animals and to see a baby giraffe. Now, in order to do early entry, you're actually going to head left, but if you're doing rope drop, then you're going to have to head right. Now, I feel like when it comes to the attractions overall, if you're doing early entry, definitely do Flight of Passage and Navi Journey first. But if you're going to head over to Animal Kingdom and rope drop, I think it's probably better to save those two attractions for later on. And I'll actually share when you can do that. And we're now heading into Animal Kingdom, but now it is time we actually head over to Kilimanjaro Safari first, and hopefully it's open. Also, this is probably a perfect time to get some pictures with the tree in the background as well. But really, with Animal Kingdom, right now we're going to go head over to Kilimanjaro Safaris first. Good news is that Kilimanjaro Safaris is open, so right now it's a 15-minute wait. Let's go ahead and head into Kilimanjaro Safaris. On your right, you can spot an okapi enjoying some nice breakfast, and to your left are a few rust-colored antelope called bongos. Okapis do have some really silly-looking party pants on, and they're commonly confused to be related to a zebra or even a horse. They don't often share their space with other black rhinos. However, they do happen to spend a lot of time rolling around in the mud. Those will normally spend quite a bit of time underwater, since they can hold their breath for several minutes. In order to protect themselves from any excess water, they'll fold their ears backwards against their skull and close their nostrils as they descend. Now, despite their cuddly exterior, African painted dogs are considered to be the most successful hunters in the wild. Over on your right, you're going to get a pretty good view of a Maasai giraffe. And we can tell that these are Maasai giraffes based on the pattern of spots across their body. If you look closely, you'll notice those spots have a little bit more of a jagged edge to them, which will be the easier way for them to identify themselves. If you look at the very tippy top of their heads, you can see two stumps that are called ossicones that male giraffes are going to use to defend themselves. Super cute over there. It's like all three of them. However, not mistaken, that is a female and a male, and the baby is also a male. I do know the baby's a male, but I'm pretty sure one of those giraffes over there is also one of the other males that are around here. Or well, my friends on the right, if you look straight ahead, you guys can spot a teeny tiny s'more colored antelope hanging out on that little hill. And that's called a springbok. And they are super popular around Africa, more often
often than not, they're actually going to be the logo of quite a few sports teams around here. They are the fastest land animals on the planet, with the ability to reach speeds of around 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. Their semi-retractable claws are going to help them maintain balance and direction as they run, kind of functioning like natural cleats. Now, those two lions to your left are females. We know this because they do not have manes around their neck. Male lions are going to have those manes. Oh, there he is. He's right between the rocks in case you guys didn't. I see. I'm pretty sure everybody noticed but me, but he's over there. To fend off any nosy predators that may try to poke their heads inside. Unlike many of the other animals we've gotten to see out here today, warthogs do not build their own burrows. They won't make their own homes.
And we just got off of Kilimanjaro Safaris, and as always, it is an amazing ride. Definitely worth doing if you're here at Animal Kingdom, since it's both educational and pretty fun to ride on, especially in the morning, because there's a lot of animals active, especially the lions as well. That's so cool to see them, but I feel like, as usual, if you want the best ride on the safari, definitely come in the morning. But if you want the shortest wait time, then I think going by the evening, afternoon, will definitely save you a lot of time, since usually the waits tend to die down by then. Either way, I think up next we're going to go ahead and head over to Expedition Everest, because that is going to be our next ride, and right now it is 8:45, so let's head over there now. And now we're here at Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. We can see this sign out here, and I think right now, and it looks like a 5-minute wait, so let's go ahead and head inside. We just got out of Expedition Everest, and overall, I feel like if I have to say anything, this must be probably my favorite ride at Animal Kingdom, especially after seeing the entire queue and even going on this thrilling ride. I mean, the queue is very well themed. There's tons of hidden details that you won't even notice until your 10th time going on here. Plus, there's also the ride itself that is fun, thrilling, and intense, as it usually is. And I feel like overall, Expedition Everest is a timeless attraction that is absolutely worth the wait. And I think for me personally, it is probably my favorite roller coaster at Disney World. But now I think it is time we head over to Dinoland up next, because we have Dinosaur, and right now it is currently 9:20, so let's head over there now. And as we can see all these walls for the future Tropical America's expansion. Now, as I said before, they're actually doing a phase closing where they're first starting off with demolition of Chester Hester's Dinorama, and then they'll get to the rest eventually in 2026. However, I do know that Imagineers are currently hard at work, and it looks like everything's gone, and it's so weird because it feels very different, you know? And that's crazy. But before that closes, we have to go ahead and do a ride before that goes extinct, and that's going to be Dinosaur. And it looks like it's a 10-minute wait right now, so let's head inside. I will say, I know tomorrow I'm going to be doing a whole video on why I love Expedition Everest, but Dinosaur is severely underrated. I mean, it's getting some love here and there, but I feel like it's kind of underrated, especially for a ride with this low of a weight. But we can see all sorts of artifacts. Then there's the Dinosaur. Love the AC as well, especially on a hot day like this.
Hello there! Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. Now, here's the drill. You follow the homing signal to the iguanodon, then I'll enlarge the transport field, and boom, you're back with one additional passenger extra large. And don't worry about that asteroid. You'll be in and out of there before it even breaks the atmosphere. Trust me, what could go wrong?
Time travel commencing in T-minus 10 seconds and counting.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll! Okay, now let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little ones. I'm tracking a big dino on the scope. Could be ours. Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! Computer, now what?
Carnotaurus.
That's it. Abort mission. Abort, abort!
Iguanodon.
Forget it! Get them out now!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
And we just got off of Dinosaur. Now, overall, I feel like the ride is fun, yet intense as well, even though you're not really going all that fast. But really, with a Dinosaur, it is definitely worth riding, especially if you like dinosaurs and if you like thrilling rides as well, while it doesn't have too much drops. Either way, though, we're going to go ahead, and I think that is the 3 rides we got to do today. So I think right now it is time we actually discuss why I did want to do Flight of Passage this morning. And that is because when it comes to early entry, there is so many people that already go to Flight of Passage that by the time you rope drop, it's going to be an hour. In my opinion, I feel like if you do Safari, Everest, and Dinosaur, you could probably do it in the same amount of time that you would have waited for Flight of Passage. So even then, I feel like doing 3 of the most popular rides at Animal Kingdom is better than doing just 1. And if you want to know, there's actually a tactic I love to use, and that is during the evenings before park closes, called reverse rope drop. Now, this technique is actually something where instead of going to the park and trying to do as many rides within the first 120 minutes of the park's opening, you actually do the most popular rides within the last 90 to 120 minutes. If anything, I actually have a few suggestions when you do come to Walt Disney World that you absolutely need to do as soon as you're in park. For example, highly recommend downloading the My Disney Experience app. You can book reservations, whether that's dining reservations, mobile orders, virtual queues, you name it. Plus, you can also see wait times, maps, and speaking about virtual queues and light lanes, there's actually reservations that begin at 7 o'clock, where you can get as soon as 7 o'clock. And I feel like for the many popular rides, including Avatar Flight of Passage and others at other parks, they're going to sell out fast. So if you want to get the light lane single pass that they have, then absolutely get that as soon as you can, so that you don't miss out on that. And last but not least, as I said before, if you are doing early entry or if you are going to rope drop, highly recommend arriving 30-40 minutes before then, so that you can get here as early as you can and get to experience so many of these rides with low wait times. And that is going to be a wrap on our adventure here at Animal Kingdom. I had a fun morning because we got to ride Kilimanjaro Safari, got to ride Expedition Everest, Dinosaur, and had a beautiful, relaxing morning here. So with that being said, let me know in comments down below, what's your favorite ride at Animal Kingdom? I would love to know. And as always, until next time, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day.